What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Zulu Gullah. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Early morning stream for y'all. About to get it in. You know me on the way to work. So, gentlemen, right now, regardless of how small this channel is, you're getting the best information. And I'm telling you, if subjects, you would see that I'm being stole from. Somebody is listening to my streams with bigger platforms, and the next thing you know, they have a title similar to mine or something based on what I said in a stream days, weeks before them. And that's okay because I know. But I want you guys to understand that whatever title they try to come up with based off what they take from me, they mess up the message because they water it down and they don't hit the key points for it to hit home with you. And I'm very technical as well. So when I analyze something, study something, this comes from my project management background, right? I can really find some evidence of something and point it out to you so you'll have it. And so you'll know. And as you see, the title of this stream is something that nobody is saying in regard to being able to prove it. I can prove it. I can take one thing and back it up with the next. You know, I got the stream coming up telling you that modern women are poly in many different ways. Everything that they do is poly. They do a lot of poly stuff to set you up to be monogamy. They negotiate bad deals that a lot of men take. The whole time they're being poly, running circles around you and figuring out who's going to commit, and then they trap you in monogamy. And poly don't always involve sex, just like cheating don't always involve sex. But modern women are cheaters. They're serial cheaters, and they cheat in many ways. They do poly in many ways. Having male friends is a form of poly for females. It's a way for her to evaluate her options. Having many male friends, having sex with multiple men is for her to determine her options. What kind of sex she wants, who gives her the sex that she prefers. Going on dates with multiple men is her going through her options. Trying to overall pick the best dude to set up for monogamy. All the while, when you're friends with these women, when you're having sex with these women, when you're going on dates with these women are doing these things with other men. And don't be in a relationship with a woman and she still continues to have contact with other men. That's not her relatives. Anytime a woman has contact with other men while in a relationship, she's cheating. Oh, excuse me. Bless me. There is no excuse for a woman to not be loyal to you in the process of trying to establish something serious based off high interest toward one another. You wonder why we have the problems that we have today with the male female dynamic. It's a lot of disrespect, it's a lot of being disloyal, it's a lot of boundaries and bridges that are constantly crossed. Nobody talks about these things that I talk about. Nobody talks about. Um, these are principles. You got to ask yourself, how can I have a relationship with a woman that has contact with other men that aren't relatives, blood kin? How's that possible? And it's not about being insecure. I keep telling you guys, men have in their DNA, in their genetics, in their biology, in their instincts, their natural niches that's given to them by God. You have a territorial beacon, and your territory is the boundaries that you set forth. That is your God-given right. And women can't come into your life and not help, not help maintain respect and abide by within the scope of that territory. Women like to change a lot of different rules and stuff like that when it comes to men. First of all, they try to emasculate you anyway. They try to be the man in the relationship. They think they're right. They think they're better than you. They think you're there to serve them. Let alone they don't have no respect for the territory. They don't have no respect for the household, the relationship, or the family, and the long-term future well-being. You get these women that have relationships at their jobs. It's tacky. No person's supposed to be sleeping with anybody at your job. Tackiest shit I've ever seen in my life. These women will come to you knowing they done slept with a coworker at their current job, and they think that it's all good between you and them to pursue something serious. Like you're going to take the risk of her going to work every day and having a moment of reminiscing with somebody she slept with at her job, and then the next thing you know, you're dealing with a risk factor. Nobody's dealing with that. I tell females, if you slept with somebody at your current job, you can't talk to me, or you need to switch jobs if you want to be around me long term serious. I tell females, if you have male friends, you can't talk to me. If you go on dates with other dudes, naturally I don't date. I will reward a woman if she earns uh, me doing something for her, which comes with a lot of focus, a lot of consistency, a lot of loyalty, a lot of communication, uh, a lot of interaction. She has to eagerly seek me out so that I know she's really trying to establish an attachment with me. Then I'll do something with her or for her. Other than that, just automatically, I see you, you look good to me. We have an initial meeting, a pleasant meeting. I'm not about to offer you a date. You're going to establish some consistent communication for a while, something that gives evidence to you don't got a lot going on. You want to initially or intentionally, in a reasonable amount of time, make me primary and a priority. We know that guys will play the friend game, which is dumb. No guy should play the friend game. But we know guys that will play the friend game. You know, some guys are real raw and uncut that can do that. But the friend game is a no fly zone for men for in dealing with women. But there's some raw and uncut beast mode type guys that can play that friend role and it not be a problem for them or affect them. I can do it myself. I just choose not to do it. Uh, the reason why I don't do it is because I don't like to knowingly and intentionally sleep with a woman that deals with other men. I don't like to put myself in a situation where if I decide to sleep with a woman, I know I'm sharing a woman. I knowingly. Now, if I don't know, that's one thing. You know, you can't prevent them from keeping nothing from you. But I'm not going to intentionally, I don't do the sloppy thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, all that shit. I don't do that intentionally. Ain't how I get down. Again, like I said, I operate off my territory. I don't know about other guys, but there's a lot of guys that they diabolical like that. They don't give a fuck. You know, that's not really a good policy. No man should be sharing a woman or sleeping behind another man's habits, juices, and stuff like that. Let alone you don't know for sure unless you've been around a woman long enough what her habits and hygiene and odors and stuff is like. So that's something to consider, man. We gotta talk about that too, man. But these women, they cheat. I mean, you could even say they cheat before they're even in a relationship. When they're juggling different men in different ways, they're cheating. Y'all know the situation where I recently broke up with a chick and I literally broke up with her. She didn't break up with me, I broke up with her. And I tried to be nice. Her birthday was like a little bit after the breakup. And I just kept my word and checking on her and wishing her happy birthday. There was a little bit of in between conversation up until leading to her birthday. I told you about her suggesting be friends. I'm honestly not going to do it. I said I would just to, it was just to show her the results of it, but I don't even want to bother with that shit. I've never been friends with a female. I have no desire to be friends with a female. If a female is around me, she has to serve a long term, serious helpmate type purpose, whether it be concubine or a wife. And you know how I feel about American women. I have come to the conclusion that they're all on concubine status. With me, anyways. That's the truth that I see based on the evidence, based on what's going on, based on my rally, what I'm looking at, what I'm observing. This lady still got in her head that we may be friends or something like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna tell you right now, she ain't gonna like what I have to say. If we have another conversation, she ain't gonna like it. I'm gonna tell her she can only be a concubine to me. That's all she can be to me. And I'm only talking about fucking. And I ain't gonna talk about doing shit else unless there's gonna be some fucking involved. And she gonna be a concubine, uh, that's it. She can take it or leave it. I already kept my word. I kept my promise. I was a little bit considerate up until her birthday. Her birthday has passed. Uh, so it is what it is. And don't get it twisted. A chick can be my concubine and she can get fired from being my concubine. The minute that I discover something I don't like, she's fired from that position. These women talk to other guys. through the phone, through social media, through DMs. They're cheating. They're poly. Uh, don't have a female that smokes weed. I'm so tired of females that smoke weed. It's becoming unreal that you cannot come in contact with a woman who don't smoke fucking weed. Women that smoke weed, Ramil told y'all a couple, 2, 3 years ago, Ramil told y'all about women who smoke weed, man. You don't want to get involved with a woman that smoke weed. That woman has no discipline, no control, no poise. That weed will have her broken down and her legs will be spread open by the weed man or in a big crowd at a weed session to get together. When you ain't around, or that dude who likes to come and get her high, especially if you don't smoke. I had a female tell me, did you ever buy weed for the women that you dealt with that smoked and you didn't smoke? Hell no. And she was like, you know that they don't like that. Like, if you deal with them, you're supposed to buy weed for them. I'm like, well, I don't smoke, so I ain't buying the bitch nothing. You know what I'm saying? Basically, she's telling me that she's going to get her weed attention from other sources. You know what I'm saying? Which you going to get cheated on one way or another. What purpose does a woman in a relationship or seeking a serious relationship have with having male friends and keeping male friends around even when the relationship comes about? You know, and how can a woman justify going on dates with you and other guys at the same time? When I say same time, not literally the same time, but like she goes on a date with you Monday, then goes on a date with another guy Wednesday, then she's with another guy on the weekend. How is that justifiable? Where's the integrity in that? Where's the honesty in that? Where is the goodness in that? How is she valuable? How is she a good person? How is she an overall good person? That is characteristics of sliminess. It is poly and it is cheap. It's cheap before a relationship. She's cheating on every guy she's going on a date with, being dishonest with him. Same for sleeping with multiple guys, single or not. Same for talking to multiple guys, single or not. It's not hard to determine if somebody has enough of something for them to hit the core, the checkpoints, for you to deal with them and deal with them solely. It's not hard. Y'all guys, man, these guys keep telling you date, 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 date. Be a man, be a man, be a man. Do this, do that, do this, do that. They keep telling y'all all these different strategies, and I'm not telling you no strategies to go out here and to keep repeating the same old insanity. What I'm telling you is to see it for what it is and let that shit go. Opt out, stay the fuck away from that shit if you ain't trying to make a female in America your concubine. And you gotta have the nuts, the gall to do that. These guys are telling you date, 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 vet, pick one, find the good one, find the good one at it. All this nonsense, and it is impossible. At this point, it's impossible. All right. Let's look at it from a grading perspective that you would get in the educational system, right? 90-10, 80-20. In reverse of the grading scale, 80 and 90% is passing. In reverse, you reverse those to a failure rate. 90% of women want 10% of men, 80% of women want 20% of men. You have a 90 and 80% failure rate with the modern woman. Just like in gambling, if you had an 80 to 90% likelihood that you would not win, what are you talking about dating for? What do you keep talking about having a conversation with women, a better situation between men and women in this country? Why? That is too high a probability to even bother with. And then, like, there's really at this point, there's no room for negotiation with me. Like, I'm the only one setting terms and conditions. You don't like them, hit the highway. Guess what? If she says no, fine with me. I don't bat 100%. I'm not finna sit here and lie to y'all and act like I bat 100%. Am I efficient? And am I stable? Yes, indeed. But I don't bat 100%. And I'm not faking on here like I'm some super max, some super dating coach, this invincible, invulnerable, hurt feelings proof type dude. That is not me. I am realistic. I'm not finna fake a lie to you guys, but I'm finna give you guys the real. You're beating a dead horse. So